What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm Sunday Game Day live stream. I'm your host, Howard Bender. With me, of course, Jen Piacenti. And it is time to get down and dirty, answering all your start-sit questions. Jen, how are you today? Happy Sunday, week 2.
Hey, happy Sunday. It was a good week for me last week, and I expect another awesome one this week. And by the way, guys, if you're not playing in our Fantasy Alarm Pick'em contest, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's so easy to win. Our friend Steve won last week, RK Oman. Beat the Fantasy Alarm staff. I put my picks in this week, though, so it's going to be hard for you guys to win this week. Last week, I didn't get them in time, but this week, you guys are in trouble.
Oh, ooh, I guess we're so scared. Jen Piacenti, everybody.
Very
so let's see. Let's talk about a couple of things before we get to all the questions that everybody's got on their minds here. Let's talk about a couple of things.
Are we going to talk about how I beat you last week? The Crusher?
You can if you want to. If you want to talk about Juju Smith-Schuster, go ahead.
Yeah, so it was a tight race. I was without Miles Sanders. Still took down Howard Bender because of my man, Juju Smith-Schuster. Big fan this week, too. They're facing Denver, so obviously you're all starting Juju. I won't go on, but it was a small victory for me. Actually, it was a big victory for me. It might be the only victory I have all season, so I'm going to celebrate it now.
Well, listen, I'm hoping that the rocky start to week 1 in that league is just easily overcome, and I'm not worried. That's the thing, is that I don't panic, I don't freak out if I lose a game in week 1. It doesn't matter, because to me, your goal in fantasy football is to just make the playoffs. Build your team up, just make the playoffs. You're gonna have weeks where your top guys don't perform well. But am I giving up? Did I give up on Nick Chubb? No. Did I give up on Odell Beckham? No. Did I give up on Baker Mayfield? Oh,
you should have.
Oh, why?
Please. Well, because he was facing Cincinnati. If he can't,
doesn't matter.
Get 220 in that game.
220 yards and 2 touchdowns, Jen. That's all. If you're paying down, if you're taking your quarterback in like the 15th round of your draft.
Yeah, then I'd rather have Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow went earlier than Baker Mayfield in most every league. Go check the ADP numbers.
I don't think he did. I thought he went about the same.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll do some research and we'll check that out. Nevertheless, it's a matter of just not overreacting, and that's what you're going to see a lot of in week 2. You're going to see a lot of people benching top performers who struggled in week 1. I literally just got a question from somebody that said, you got to convince me why I shouldn't sit DJ Moore. It's like it's Carolina, it's Tampa, DJ Moore. I mean, if you have a really strong option that you're going to bench him for, well, then maybe that's something you want to do. But if you're just, do I stream in Scotty Miller, or Paris Campbell instead of DJ Moore, then the answer for me is no.
Me too. I agree. And I had some similar questions. I had a question about whether someone should go pick up DJ Moore because somebody already dropped him.
My feeling about stuff like that is that people, if somebody drops a top performer, a guy who was drafted in the early rounds, don't ask the question and wait around. Make the roster move, because by the time you get around to maybe getting an answer, who knows what everybody else is doing who you've asked, you're going to end up losing the guy. I saw that a ton of places where people were like, oh, yeah, well, by the time I went back to pick him up, he wasn't available. You got to strike while the iron's hot. No
Agree.
doubt.
Just make the move. Don't even ask us.
Another guy everybody's all freaked out about, Jen, James Conner. Where are you at with James Conner this week?
So, great question. We're getting lots of James Conner questions. I'm starting him. I understand that everybody, the biggest waiver claim this week was, if it wasn't Nyheim Hines, it was Benny Snell Jr. And I get that he had 3 strong quarters, but I'm sorry, guys. 3 strong quarters are not going to suddenly supplant James Conner of his starting job after Mike Tomlin came out and publicly announced he's the bell cow back. So he had a bit of an ankle issue. He wasn't even icing it and elevating it. They were considering him even coming back in the game. He practiced in full this week. They're facing kind of a beat-up Denver defense. you got to start James Conner. If you feel uncomfortable about it, I get it. If you have a really good option, fine. That's just your, risk aversion. That's fine. But for me, I'm going with my boy.
I feel the exact same way. And you know what? I mean, if you've watched Mike Tomlin as a head coach and you've listened to what he's had to say, as well as Kenny Colbert, their GM, Conner is their guy. Conner is their bell cow. He's not going to lose the job because of an injury. And we've heard Tomlin say this. And if you go back and you look and you see what Tomlin does when he gets his top guy back, he goes right back to that well. So, I mean, could Benny Snell get a couple of carries here just to spell Conner? Sure, absolutely. But are we talking about somebody who's going to replace a guy? No. Look what you saw on Thursday night. All right, Nick Chubb is the primary. Kareem Hunt filled in the gaps. Kareem Hunt had 2 catches. Kareem Hunt had 10 carries. Right, Nick Chubb, it was 24 carries, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's the primary. You have to pay attention to the way the coaches run their backfields.
I agree. And Adam Ronis and I had this same discussion at the beginning and end of the live stream on Thursday. You're not sitting Nick Chubb. You have to pay attention. Nick Chubb is the guy. James Conner is the guy. And if you take those guys in the first few rounds of your draft, why are you not starting them? And with James Conner, especially when there's a health issue, and I feel the same way about Will Fuller, and I understand Will Fuller has a difficult matchup this week as well. But if these guys are healthy, you have to start them now.
Yeah.
If you're not, when are you going to start them if you don't start them when they're healthy?
It's crazy. It really is. So just be very careful, everybody. That's the only thing that we're saying. Don't overreact to week 1. Use what you saw, all right, and apply it to week 2, but don't live and die by it. Don't sit there and say, well, this guy struggled in week 1. Again, I can go back to the Browns. Terrible game in week 1 going up against the Ravens. Much easier matchup going up against Cincinnati, and they excelled. So before you start panicking, understand the situation that's sitting there at hand. All right, we're getting a little busier in the rooms right now. Questions are starting to pile up, so let's just get right to it here, Jen. We'll start off in Periscope land. First one right here, David Diemert. Do we trust James Conner this week? Would you start him over Hines, Gordon, or Malcolm Brown? Yes, I would.
Yes, over all of them.
Yeah, me too. 2 out of 3 here: Deontay Johnson, Terry McLaurin, or Michael Gallup. Gallup's a must.
Gallup's
I think
a good one. Yeah,
he's a must against Atlanta. This game is going to play as a big passing game, and I think it smashes the over also.
Yeah, and then that's between. I'm gonna go McLaurin here.
Scary Terry over Deontay Johnson.
It's a tough call. It's a really tough call because I also like the matchup for Pittsburgh. But yeah, I think McLaurin's the number 1 there. I think he had a lot of tight coverage last week. I think he'll have a much better game here, whereas Deontay Johnson will have to share with Juju. So it's a squeaker, but I'm going to go McLaurin.
It's a squeaker. You've got Patrick Peterson who's going to be on McLaurin now. Peterson hasn't. He's not. We've seen him get beat before, so I'm not going to freak out over that. But Jen's right. With Deontay Johnson, there are a lot of mouths to feed there. You do have James Conner in the backfield. This is not a game that I think Pittsburgh, really needs to throw the ball a ton. So, if you're talking about a PPR format, I think that they'll force feed Terry McLaurin much more than Big Ben will force feed Deontay Johnson. Pick one out of this trio here. Oh, I love this trio. Michael Gallup, Darius Slayton, and Anthony Miller.
This is Michael Gallup.
It's Michael Gallup for me as well. That's a nice little trio to have.
It is, yeah.
You're gonna leave points on your bench. You're gonna be
yes, you are.
Right? Your number 1 or your number 2 wide receiver is gonna falter, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, why did I go with Slayton or Miller?"
Why didn't I go with Miller?
Full point PPR here. Need 2. David Johnson, Will Fuller, DK Metcalf.
David Johnson and Will Fuller.
Going all Texans here against the Baltimore Ravens.
I know that's tricky, but DK Metcalf is going to see Stephon Gilmore. I think I'm going Texans. Risky, but that's how I'm going.
Drop Preston Williams for Laviska Shenault.
No. I like Laviska Shenault, but I wouldn't drop Preston Williams yet.
Me neither. Ponch is in the house here. Big Ben or Daniel Jones.
Big Ben.
Big Ben for me as well. I think Jones will have to throw the ball a bunch. But Big Ben at home, I think he'll get enough to get his. Julian Edelman or Scotty Miller?
Julian Edelman.
Edelman for me as well. That Seattle secondary is.
Yeah, you saw Atlanta last week.
Oh, I know, right?
So,
I mean,
yeah.
Which is why I love this Dallas-Atlanta matchup. I think this one's just going to kind of go back and forth. I've got a number of like DFS stacks using Cowboys and using Falcons.
And Falcons. Lots of points. The highest points total in Vegas, I believe.
Are you concerned at all about Ezekiel Elliott behind that line? I don't know if Tyron Smith is going to play.
No,
does that make you
I'm
nervous at all?
No, and I think they're going to start out with Zeke. They're going to try to control this game with Zeke as much as possible. But obviously they're going to have to throw. I'm more concerned about Dak Prescott being able to have the time he needs to throw to his receivers. But I'm just not that worried. I think it's fine versus Atlanta.
Atlanta.
If it were Baltimore, I'd be more concerned.
Anthony Miller, Antonio Gibson, or Malcolm Brown?
I'm going to go Anthony Miller.
I am too. David Johnson or Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. Marvin Jones or DK Metcalf?
Marvin Jones.
T.Y. Hilton or Emmanuel Sanders?
T.Y.
T.Y. Connor Slayton or Anthony Miller?
I'm still going Connor.
I'm going Connor also. Brady or Brees?
Brady.
Yeah, I'm going Brady also. Home debut for Tampa. I like it. Josh Allen or Kyler Murray?
Josh Allen.
Me too. What's the tight end whisperer pick? Mo Alley Cox, baby. Mo Alley Cox.
Not Dan Arnold?
He's in the. Dan Arnold made the dartboard also.
He did? Okay.
He did.
He was my dart.
And everybody's on Logan Thomas this week. Mo Alley Cox, baby.
Hey, okay.
How do you feel about Sutton? Start him over Slayton or Campbell?
No, he's a game time decision. You cannot do that.
McLaurin, Hilton, or Moore? Need two.
Ooh.
I'm
definitely going. I'm gonna go McLaurin and Hilton.
Okay. I'll go McLaurin and Hilton also. We need to see more from DJ Moore in this Carolina passing attack.
Hilton should have a really good game. That Minnesota defense gave up the most points to the wide receiver position last week, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah. Malcolm Brown or Marvin Jones, PPR?
Marvin Jones.
Deontay Johnson or T.Y. Hilton?
T.Y.
T.Y. Big Ben or Matt Ryan?
Oh, Ryan.
For me.
Ryan.
Yeah. Defense, New England or Tampa Bay?
New England.
Melvin Gordon or Marvin Jones?
That's a tough one. I'm going to go Marvin Jones.
All right. A tale of two Millers, Anthony or Scotty?
Anthony.
Anthony for me as well. Slide over to our friends over in the Facebook world. James Grande, I will leave this shirt to you in my will when I die. How about that? Which could be sooner rather than later. These early mornings on the weekend are killing me. James Robinson or Deshaun Jackson?
I don't like either. Let's go James Robinson.
Okay. I might tilt D-Jax in this one just because Wentz is going to throw the ball. Again, I just think the game script is going to kind of keep Jacksonville passing as opposed to.
I agree there. I was just concerned about what Wentz and D-Jax looked like last week. It was not good. He had
Lane Johnson back at left tackle.
Could help, maybe. Could help.
Go back and look at Lane Johnson, the game log in games that he's in. the Eagles win. In games that he's out, they lose.
Whoa.
They have like a 30% success rate when Lane Johnson is out.
Who are they facing? The Rams, though. We'll see.
Ooh.
Okay. This is what makes it fun, friends.
It's 8:15 in the morning.
Did you have Red Bull this morning?
No Red Bull, and then how about this one here? So so I have this like nice heavy caffeinated tea, right? The Keurig machine, right? But I mean, it's like 4 a.m, so I'm not trying to like make a whole lot of noise or whatever. My wife left a coffee pod in the whole thing, so when I went and just kind of like drained the, just use the hot water feature, right? It all tastes like coffee. So bad. So I had so I can't even do this. It's just water for me today. Sorry, I'm just looking
another murder hornet.
I'm looking for some like amphetamines that maybe I dropped somewhere or something like that. There's some like Mexican Ritalin or something. Oh well.
Check under the seat.
Nope, nothing there. Full PPR, Connor Robinson. Which one?
Connor. This isn't even a close call.
No, it's really not. I need 2 wide receivers. My friend Brian here says, good morning. I need 2 wide receivers in my dynasty league.
Okay.
Keenan Allen, Robert Woods, John Brown, Terry McLaurin, or CeeDee Lamb.
I'm going Woods and McLaurin.
Woods and McLaurin. I'll say yes to that. I wouldn't be averse to going with John Brown against Miami.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
The only reason why I just brought him down just a smidge is because maybe they won't have to throw as much in this matchup.
Yes. We could see a lot of Devin Singletary and Zach Moss.
Yes. I like those guys this week a lot.
Jen is correct. Paris Campbell, everybody's darling. Paris Campbell or John Brown?
I'm going to go Paris Campbell this week.
Paris Campbell. Yep. Everybody loves him. I made a comment on the air that finally one person got the joke. And then when it got explained while we were like on Twitter, then all of a sudden everybody was like, oh, that was the best.
So fun when you have to explain a joke.
Talking about Phillip Rivers liking to hit the slot. He's got 13 kids, doesn't he? 9 kids, 12 kids.
I think it's like 13 kids, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, slot receiver. That's what I was talking. Jed, I was talking about the slot receiver. Standard league. DJ Moore, DJ Chark, Deontay Johnson needs 2.
Chark and Johnson.
I might go Chark and Moore here. Only because I think Carolina will have to pass. They'll
also have to throw.
Fred Logue says that good morning, my 2 favorite people to wake up with on Sunday mornings. I gotta tell you,
is Fred Logue married? I hope not.
Yeah, this does not look good when you wake up next to it. I'm just informing you right now. Right? Chances are the shirt is off. There is no hat. The hair is like, it's not pretty.
I always wake up with my shirt on.
And the beard hair is like nasty. Chark or Gallup?
Oh, man, Gallup.
I agree. Would you drop Julian Edelman this week for Traquan Smith?
No.
Let's see. PPR flex, Zach Moss, James Robinson, Anthony Miller, Paris Campbell, or Jonnu Smith. Only needs 1.
That's too bad. I'm going to go Paris Campbell, but it's tight with Zach Moss.
Yeah, I'll go with that chalky Campbell play too. Everybody's doing it.
May as well get on board.
That's why I think T.Y. Hilton is a phenomenal contrarian play in DFS.
Can you believe T.Y. Hilton is contrarian?
I love it. I love it. People just don't trust him.
I told my dad, he's starting his, this weekend. This is his first season ever playing fantasy football. So he lost his first week. So he was very upset. So this week we're deciding, and he's like, should I start T.Y. Hilton? And I'm like, Dad, you're starting T.Y. Hilton. We're starting T.Y. Hilton. We're winning with T.Y. Hilton. Please let me be right, or I'm like majorly in the doghouse.
Listen, I think it's a great low-owned contrarian stack, and because everybody's using Jonathan Taylor and Paris Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
That if I go Rivers, T.Y. Hilton, and then throw in Mo Alley Cox, who will get those red zone looks because he loves hitting that tight end. Yeah, I didn't even mean that one. I don't even. He loves throwing to the tight
end.
And
the rumor boards go wild. Here we are on Reddit, friends.
Sorry.
Not only does Phillip Rivers love hitting the. Okay.
Wait a second. Sorry. HR is on the phone. Hello. I gotta go.
I'll be taking over the live stream from here.
I gotta go. My mom says I can't play anymore. Standard League lost Lev Bell. Should we start McKinnon, Antonio Gibson, Frank Gore, or DeAndre Swift?
Ick. I think. I guess you have to go Gore. I don't know. Maybe it's DeAndre Swift. What do you think?
I'm like Swift or Gibson are actually the two guys who I'm looking at, and I'd probably go with Swift. Against Green Bay. Yeah. Cortland Sutton officially active for today, guys. I'm getting that news. So here you go. Slayton, Sutton, or CeeDee Lamb?
I'm still going to go Slayton, even though Sutton's he hasn't practiced. So I don't like that. It makes me too nervous. Could be a decoy.
I agree. Hines, Fuller, or Gallup in the flex?
Gallup.
TJ Hawkinson or Hayden Hurst?
Hayden Hurst.
Agreed. Ooh, over under 500+ yard receivers in the Dallas-Atlanta game.
Under.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under on that. I mean, I think
it's going to be a lot, but I think that's a little high.
Cooper, Gallup,
Lamb,
Julio, and Ridley.
We'll get 400.
Yeah, with Gallup, with CeeDee Lamb and Russell Gage coming in just under. That's what I'm thinking. All right, let's see. Howard swag on $1 million with that fresh shirt. I love it, baby. Well, thank you, Matt. Standard flex need 2: Deshaun Jackson, M. Brown, and J. Robinson. So I'm going to assume that's
Brown, Malcolm or Marquise?
I'm going to assume it's Malcolm here. I mean, if it's Marquise, then that's who you're using. But right. I think it's Malcolm.
Okay, so we got Robinson, Malcolm Brown, and who?
Deshaun Jackson. I know. Right?
I don't know. I'd probably go Robinson, but I'm thinking you're going D-Jax.
Well, you need 2. I'm going Jackson Brown.
Okay, yeah, Jackson Brown. Sure.
Why not, right? There's something. There's another really bad joke in there too.
We're gonna avoid it,
right? Doesn't he hit the whole woman? He's the worst.
I feel good.
Ay. Jen, just make me stop, all right? Just tell me to go away. John Brown, DJ Chark, Will Fuller, Terry McLaurin need 2.
DJ Chark and Terry McLaurin.
Yes, exactly what she said. Sutton or Anthony Miller?
I'm still going Miller here.
I'm going Miller. Should I trade Miles Sanders and Snell for Josh Jacobs? That I would do.
Yeah, I think I would.
That I would do. Absolutely. All right, there you go. That's Facebook for right now. Over to the YouTubers. Hey, John Barkley's here. What's up, John? Full point. Need 1 running back, 1 tight end. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Ronald Jones, Devin Singletary. Which one of those?
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Okay. Ertz or Fant?
Ertz, no question about it. Not even close.
Yeah, John and Pemba pointed out when we were doing the DFS podcast, which you guys can find over at Fantasy Alarm. Also, we do that that publishes every Friday. Zac Ertz's home road splits are significantly different, like at least 5 fantasy points higher at home than on the road. So all you
cool.
Dallas Goddard people,
I think they could still both have some kind of a role, but also with Noah Fant, I mean, that defense limited Evan Engram last week, and now we just got news Cortland Sutton's back. So even though Fant is really, really good, I'm not sure I don't see how you could possibly start Noah Fant over Zac Ertz.
I don't either. Hey, guys, if you're just joining us, go over to fantasyalarm.com/picks. Jump into our free pick'em game. Winner gets a $200 free gift card, Visa gift card. Second and third place get some Fantasy Alarm swag. We got hoodies. We got hats. This is what the hat looks like. The hoodie.
I'm going for the gift card. I need shoes. So you guys, maybe you shouldn't even play because I've already won this contest. But you can play for the swag, guys. Play for the swag.
Josh Allen or Deshaun Watson? Shoe fiend.
Josh Allen.
Need 2 wide receivers and a flex out of this group. You ready? Well, here, we need 2 wide receivers. So let's just go Keenan Allen, Hollywood Brown, Robbie Anderson, Scotty Miller.
Hollywood Brown and Keenan Allen.
Hollywood Brown and Keenan Allen. So now I need a flex out of this. Robbie Anderson, Scotty Miller, Ronald Jones, DeAndre Swift, James White.
Ooh, I'm going to go Ronald Jones.
Just going to say that.
Yeah, it feels kind of gross, but.
We're like simpatico today. What's up with that?
I don't know. I haven't even talked to you since last Sunday.
Seriously, right? It's been an entire week.
It's been a week.
Holy cow. You're so big important now. I'm like this this nobody in your world. It's so sad. Really? Cam Newton or Tom Brady?
Cam.
Jonathan Taylor or Nyheim Hines?
Jonathan Taylor.
Agreed. Need 2 wide receivers out of this. Kupp, Ridley, Fuller, Manny Sanders, Anthony Miller.
Okay, I'm going to go against the grain here and go Ridley, Fuller.
Ooh. I'll go with the grain and say Kupp and Ridley.
That's what I figured. That's a smart thing to do.
Hey, I like going against the grain there. You got to figure that Watson's going to throw the ball. So
he is going to throw it.
Can there be at that moment where Will Fuller beats Marlon Humphrey or whoever is covering him? Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. You're going to get a lot of shots downfield here, trying to keep pace. So I like it. Lamb or Ronald Jones?
Ronald Jones.
Need 2 wide receivers and a tight end out of this group. Kupp, McLaurin, Fuller, Sutton.
So I'm going McLaurin and Fuller again.
McLaurin and Fuller. I might go Kupp and McLaurin, but again,
yeah,
it's
but that's again probably the smarter play. I'm just going. I feel like
it's not the smarter play. It's the safer play.
It's the safer play. Sorry,
it's a safer
play.
More upside is McLaurin and Fuller, no doubt.
Right,
no doubt. T.J. Hockenson or Hunter Henry?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm gonna go Hawk.
I'm going to go Henry.
Okay. This is a tough one.
Yeah. Let's see. Need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Man, John Barkley has a lot of leagues. John, come on. You're going to have to start hitting the rankings over at fantasyalarm.com, dude. 2 wide receivers and a flex. Hollywood Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Cam Akers, Jordan Howard, Robbie Anderson, Malcolm Brown.
Okay, Hollywood Brown for sure.
Agreed.
And then I lost track of all the other ones after that.
I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb for the other wide receiver over Jerry Jeudy with Cortland Sutton back.
For sure.
And then we need a flex out of Akers, Howard, Robbie Anderson, and Malcolm Brown.
I might go Malcolm Brown here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'd probably go Malcolm Brown here also.
Yeah.
It's going to get touches. All right, half-point PPR, need a flex. Metcalf, Howard, Singletary, Moss, Robbie Anderson.
Metcalf, Howard, Singletary, Moss, Robbie Anderson.
Singletary. Let's see. Need 1. Deontay Johnson, Will Fuller, Sammy Watkins.
Not Sammy Watkins.
No.
I'd probably go Deontay Johnson. But
Fuller
for upside, I'd go Fuller.
I'd go Fuller.
Me personally, I would go Fuller. I just feel like I have to tell you.
You want to know what your personal preference is.
Okay, my personal preference is Fuller, and I'm starting him in my leagues this week. No fear.
There you go.
Connor and Fuller are both full go for me.
Hines and Chris Carson. Which one?
Chris Carson.
Marvin Jones, Paris Campbell, or Russell Gage?
Paris Campbell.
Yeah, me too. Marvin's going to draw that extra coverage from Green Bay. They're going to float that safety his way. They don't really have much else. Let's see. Oh, somebody just jumped in and asked a question about soccer. Wrong football here. Wrong football.
We don't know. The answer is we don't know.
Oh shoot! I think I'm playing Skinny McKinney in the listener league today. Ooh. Right? You want to see what happens when you slap a wook down? Yeah, that's what you're gonna see. That's what you're gonna see. Skinny's gonna have to shave his beard after losing to me. He's gonna have to because he's not gonna want to show his face to anybody. So he's got to take away the beard so that nobody recognizes him. No. You don't care?
Sure.
You don't care. Jen's like,
listen, I don't know. I took down the Crusher last week. That's all I'm thinking about.
Okay, now.
By the way, can someone help me get a more terrifying name? Because this is what it looks like. The Crusher versus Jen. It's just not terrifying at all. I need like an intimidating team name. Can someone help me? Can you send me intimidating team names so that I don't look like Jen next to the Crusher?
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck topping the Crusher. Come on.
I know. I mean, the Crusher's so good.
Finest.
I know. It's so good. Jen, the Crusher.
Just passing by. She just passing by. Cortland Sutton, Scotty Miller, Jonnu Smith, Akers, or Latavius Murray. It's the flex play.
I might go Jonnu Smith.
Really? I'm just gonna say Scotty Miller because everybody wants to play. If everybody wants to play Scotty Miller and Paris Campbell. I have never seen two receivers who people want to play so desperately like we see this week.
Do you think it's because his name is Scotty? Like if his name were Scott, do you think people be so interested in starting him? But because it's like Scotty Miller, like it's just like your friend from like varsity team, and you want to play Scotty. He's a good old, great player, and I think that's it. I think if his name were Scott Miller, we wouldn't be so interested.
He's listed as Scott Miller on Fantasy Alarm too.
Is he?
Like, I had to in order to get like the player linker to work. I had to leave him as Scott, but then in parentheses, I was like, everybody likes calling him Scotty.
I think if everybody likes calling you Scotty, then you think everyone's gonna throw to Scotty, right? He's our boy. I think that's what it is. Scotty.
Scotty doesn't know.
He don't know. Bo knows.
No. Scotty doesn't. Didn't you ever see the movie Euro Trip?
No.
Oh my God! Are you serious? All right, so it's just in the beginning of the movie. I
watched Columbo in quarantine, Howard.
Okay. But see, this one here, this is Matt Damon's best role he has ever done in his life.
Okay. Better than Jason.
You know what? You're on your computer right now. Okay. Go to YouTube.
Okay.
All right. Type in Scotty Doesn't Know.
Okay.
And do you see, let me see. I'm going to have to go there also just so I can make sure that you're looking at the right one. Right?
Oh,
we interrupt this football talk here for very important stuff.
Oh, is he singing in karaoke?
Not karaoke. No. He is Scotty Doesn't Know. Oh, okay. Yeah. So second one down where you see him
singing in a microphone?
Yeah. All right. You know what? Go to the fourth one down because it's a clearer picture.
Yes.
All right. Press that. Yeah. Click on that one.
All right, here we go. Mm-hmm. But nice piercings.
Right?
Fiona.
See, for those of you at home, right? Jen's seeing this for the very first time. So Scotty is that guy. That's the boyfriend.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's Scotty. Oh, poor Scotty. Poor Scotty. You guys have to start Scotty Miller this week. He's the banner for all Scotties.
All right, so we'll pause that. Jen, you're just going to have to watch that entire scene.
We're changing the start, sit, play Scotty. Scotty's had a bad. He's got to rep all Scotty. Scotty needs to have a good day. Poor Scotty.
Oh, man. All right, back to it.
Nerds.
Big Ben or Cam?
Big Ben.
Deontay Johnson or Paris Campbell?
Paris Campbell.
Dallas Goddard or TJ Hawkinson?
TJ Hawkinson.
John Barkley, you are very, very welcome. He's just thanking us for all the extra stuff. And Fantasia Fun says Euro trip is awesome, Jen. So there you go. All right. Let's get back to some of the questions here. Let's see if I can find where we were before. Holy cow. Look at all of these. All right, let's see. What's the tight end whisperer pick? I gave you that one. We did that. We said that one. Does Adam Gase get fired this week? No.
Nah.
He doesn't. Why? Because the Jets suck as a franchise.
They're trotting out a JV team, guys.
Cooper Kupp or T.Y. Hilton?
T.Y. Hilton.
Agreed. Zach Moss in PPR. Zach Moss, James White, Devontae Parker, or James Robinson?
Ooh, in PPR, I'm going James White.
James White. Connor, Snell, or Sony Michel?
Connor
it is. Oh, yep. Oh, somebody just said, thanks, Howard. Freed up $1,600 on FanDuel. Hello, Moali Cox, I'll bet ya.
Hello.
Is high droppable? I have Chris Carson. No.
No.
Do not drop him. Malcolm Brown, Robbie Anderson, Jerry Jeudy.
Malcolm Brown.
Anthony Miller or Mike Williams. Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
It's PPR.
And then I'm going to go Miller because it's PPR. But, I mean, Mike Williams is your more high ceiling play.
He did see 9 targets last week, right?
Mike Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah. And but unfortunately, he's obviously Tyrod Taylor's favorite target. That seems pretty clear from last week. You just got to be able to bring them in.
But Miller's facing the Giants.
Right. That's the thing. Yeah.
Dallas Goddard or Jonnu Smith?
I go Dallas Goddard here.
Cam Newton or Kyler Murray?
Kyler.
Robert Woods, Emmanuel. It says Woods, Sanders, or Zach Moss. I'm going to assume
Woods.
I mean, if it's Miles Sanders, him. But if it's Emmanuel
Anybody
Sanders,
else, then Woods.
Woods, right? Yeah, I'm with you. Celebrating that new contract.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Engram or Thomas. So I'm
Engram with an E or Engram with an I?
Engram with an E and just Thomas. So maybe it's Logan Thomas, maybe it's Ian Thomas. I don't know, but I'll still say Evan Engram.
I'll still say Evan Engram as well.
Yep. DK against Gilmore. DK Metcalf or Keenan Allen?
Keenan Allen.
Need one from Malcolm Brown, Robbie Anderson, Jerry Jeudy. Jody.
I'd go Malcolm Brown.
Malcolm Brown, too. Yeah, I agree. Marvin Jones or John Brown or Edelman? Standard.
I'd go Edelman here.
I would, too. Moali Cox or Chris Herndon?
Well, we know the answer here.
Moali. Or it's just Mo. Allie Cox. Right? Because that's the hyphen. The Allie Cox is the hyphenated last name.
It probably is Mo Allie Cox.
Oh. Chris Carson or Austin Eckler?
Eek. Let's go Eckler.
Let's go Eckler. Absolutely. Yeah. Antonio Gibson, Anthony Miller, or Malcolm Brown?
go Anthony Miller.
Let's. We're in like real strong agreement with a lot of this.
Really?
So we are either going to crush it for everybody or they are all going down.
So angry
flames.
Together.
They're all gonna
like
die. All of your fantasy football dreams are just gone. Ingram or Thomas again. We saw that. Let's see. Ingram. Roll with Connor in the flex or go Snell or Deontay Johnson?
No, Connor. God, I hope Connor doesn't screw us over.
Is Sutton startable if he plays?
I wouldn't.
I mean, it depends on who your options are.
Right.
You know.
Speaking of that, go ahead. Yes, it depends on who your options are.
If your option is Marvin Hall, then no, you got to go with Sutton. But if you have a viable alternative, that's what I'm using.
And speaking of that, when you guys message us and you ask us about a trade, you have to tell us your situation. Like if you say something like, should I trade Melvin Gordon for Kenny Golladay? I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. Who are your other running backs? Unless I know who your other running backs are, I can't tell you if you should trade Melvin Gordon for Kenny Golladay. And I need to know who your receivers are. Are you really needing a wide receiver? Because if you just say Kenny Golladay for Melvin Gordon, I can't answer that question. So whenever you send us trade questions, please give us as much context as possible, what your scoring is and what your depth is at both positions that you will be involved in the trade. Okay, sorry.
She's right. She is right. I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, listen, clarification is definitely needed. Definitely needed. Okay. Let's see. Deontay Johnson, Stephon Diggs, Brandon Ayuk, or J.K. Dobbins.
Okay, wait. Sorry. Start that again.
Need one receiver and a flex.
Okay,
so out of the receivers, Johnson, Diggs, or Ayuk?
Johnson.
Okay. Out of the flex, Diggs, Ayuk, or Dobbins?
Ooh.
I'll
go Diggs.
I'm going Diggs.
Yeah.
It's Ayuk's first game. We don't know what's going to happen there.
I'm excited about Ayuk, but I don't think you can start him anywhere yet. You need to see what's going to happen. I think he's a great play in DFS because not a lot of people will own him, and I think it's a great play. But I have Ayuk a lots of places, but he's on my bench this week.
That's so contrarian. I love it. Ayuk. Rank the following for the rest of the year.
Ooh.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Scotty Miller, Russell Gage.
Russell Gage, MVS, Scotty Miller.
And I'm going to go MVS, Russell Gage, Scotty Miller. I mean, Gage is always going to be that third receiver. At least MVS has that chance of like solidifying the number two role. Half point PPR, need one. Chenault, Brian Edwards, James Washington, or Jalen Reagor. Ruger. Yagor.
I might go Chenault. It's a little crazy, but I might.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you know what? They're gonna have to pass, so I won't disagree with Chenault. I'd probably go Reagor just for the upside. I just think that he's got great speed, and we saw that big catch they made. I think if they use him more, and he sees more targets, I think it's definitely a possibility. And also having Miles Sanders instead of Boston Scott as your lead running back is going to cause teams to play the run a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Edelman or Paris Campbell?
I think I'd still go Edelman here. Even though I really do like Paris Campbell.
I do as well. Do you like him more than Deontay Johnson? Because that's the next question.
I do just this week.
Big Ben or Cam?
Ooh. Big Ben.
DJ Chark or Malcolm Brown?
DJ Chark.
Do. Zach Moss or James White?
Zach Moss.
Yep, I'm going Moss too. Oh, here you go. Snell or Sutton?
No.
Something smells a little funky there.
Can I just say no? I will go Sutton.
I will go Sutton also. Zach Moss, CeeDee Lamb, Marvin Jones. With Golladay out,
Marvin Jones.
Yeah, I gotta go Marvin. I gotta. John Brown, Marvin Jones, or Julian Edelman?
Julian Edelman again.
Julian Edelman. We answered that one already. Malcolm Brown, Robbie Anderson, or Jerry Jeudy?
I go Malcolm Brown.
Yep. Higbee or Hayden Hurst?
Ooh, tough one. Probably Hurst.
Hurst for me. And the dogs are doing just fine. Thank you so much. Thanks for asking. The Jen Hammer. That's a team name suggestion. The Jen Hammer.
It's not a bad one. John, Jen, Jacob, Jingle, Hammer, Schmidt? No? That's not intimidating.
Are you saying that your name is my name too?
Yeah, I'm the Crusher.
Jen Crusher, right? I'm the Crusher. You're Jen Crusher. Zach Moss or J.K. Dobbins?
Zach Moss.
DJ Chark or Cooper Kupp?
Kupp.
Let's see. Offered my choice of Jonathan Taylor or Miles Sanders in a trade. Who would you rather acquire in a deal, Taylor or Sanders?
Ooh. I think I would rather acquire Taylor.
Me too. Just a rock solid offensive
Better
line.
O-line.
Yeah. He's going to get the work. Do we trust Connor? What's that?
He's going to get peppered with passes. I mean, Phillip Rivers, 17 targets to the running back position last week. Between Hines and Taylor.
Hines will do that kind of thing.
Hines will do it too, but so will Taylor. Taylor caught all 6 of his targets last week. So I think we're going to get a little bit more of a boost than we thought we were, even in PPR from Taylor. So Taylor, to me, we didn't think we were going to see him this early. This could be really big for Taylor owners.
I like where your head's at here.
Yeah.
Too. Devontae Parker or Anthony Miller?
Anthony Miller. Don't trust Devontae Parker until I see him actually play.
He's playing. He's active.
He is, but I haven't seen it.
Right. I hear you. We do have the inactives that are in right now. Can probably kind of cruise through those. Let's see. Jags, Titans, D.D. Westbrook inactive. I'm just giving you the main names. Go to fantasyalarm.com/NFL inactives. I'm not going to read off everybody, but the top names who are out for Tennessee, A.J. Brown and Darrington Evans. For the Bears, Ted Ginn is out. Detroit, Kenny Golladay and Hunter Bryant are both out. Oh, they also lost. Desmond Trufant is out as well. Green Bay, nobody there. Chris Godwin officially ruled out. We knew that. Nobody interesting for the Panthers. For the Bills, TJ Smeldon is out. Nobody for the Finns. For the Jets, Jamison Crowder. For the Niners, Kittle officially out. We knew that. For the Rams, nobody. Eagles, Alshon Jeffrey. Nobody knew. For the Giants, Tyron Smith is out. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Franco-American. For Denver, Philip Lindsay officially out. For the Steelers, nobody. For the Colts, Jack Doyle officially out.
Moali Cox.
Yeah. All right, we're good on the inactives.
Yeah.
Back to the Q&A here. Let's see. Sit one of these. Okay. McLaurin or Lamb or Slayton?
Wish you didn't have to. I'll sit Lamb.
Sitting Lamb. Let's see. Need one. Perriman, Herndon, Gibson, or Hines?
Hines.
So gross. Connor, Slayton, Deontay Johnson, or Anthony Miller need 2.
I'm going to go Connor and Slayton.
Connor and Slayton. Devontae Parker or Robbie Anderson?
I hate to say, I think you have to go Parker here.
So gross.
Is
Paris Campbell a good start in place of Godwin? Yes, he is.
Yes.
Another Parker versus Anthony Miller. I'm going Anthony Miller.
Okay.
Connor, Snell, Michelle, Gaskin. Connor. Sutton or Goddard?
Goddard.
Yeah, I think I'd go Goddard here as well. All right, back to Facebook. Let's see. David Johnson or Nyheim Hines?
David Johnson.
You can order one item from your favorite team's concession stand. What's it going to be?
I don't know. Let's see. Probably nachos. Feeling nachos. What are you feeling?
I could go for some nachos. You know what? I'm still in breakfast mode right now, so find me like a funnel cake with, like a whole bunch of whipped cream and throw some berries on there
toppings? Too. Yeah, you like cherries, strawberries. What's your funnel cake topping?
Oh, funnel, you got to go with the powdered sugar. But you know what? Well, yes. If you wanted to just drizzle a little Nutella on top of that for me.
Ooh. There you go.
Oh, you won't go for it, but the sliced bananas on top of the Nutella, way to go.
Sliced strawberries would be delicious.
You could do strawberries too. You know what? We'll order 2 funnel cakes, please.
Okay.
Powdered sugar, Nutella, bananas on one, strawberries on the other. Right?
Sold.
It's the Jen and Howard cooking show. We're going to do that next. For our next live stream, Jen and Howard are going to make funnel cakes right here on the air.
Maybe we're better at that than fantasy advice.
Might be. At this point, we might be.
Possible.
Chenault or Devontae Parker?
I'm actually going to go Chenault.
Chenault, Brian Edwards, Golden Tate, or Brashad Perriman?
I'm going Chenault again.
Teddy Bridgewater or Ryan Tannehill?
Ryan Tannehill.
I might go Bridgewater here against Tampa.
Okay. I like Tannehill versus Jacksonville. I think people have been very slow to jump on board the Tannehill train. He has thrown for 2 touchdowns now in 8 regular season games. And I know this is going to be a Derrick Henry game probably. And so maybe I'm a little lower on him on this game than some of the others. But I think, this guy was the second quarterback in points after Lamar Jackson for like the second half of all of last season. So I know we say he can't do it, but the fact is he played mistake-free football pretty much again last week. So we have to admit maybe Ryan Tannehill is actually pretty good. I think he got his 20 fantasy points last week. That's not a bad showing at all. So Tannehill, not someone that should be a second choice necessarily.
I like it. I like it.
Once AJ Brown is back.
Well, that's a big thing. That's a big loss for today also.
That is.
Which is why I like Adam Humphries.
Humphries is good.
It's a nice little dart throw. I like
Smith for that reason too.
Right.
Very affordable on DFS, by the way. Johnny Smith, I think 4,800 on FanDuel.
Humphries is like 3,400 on DraftKings.
That's a free square.
Cheapy. Paris Campbell, Adam Humphries, Scotty Miller. Rank them.
Paris Campbell.
Okay.
Scotty Miller, Adam Humphries.
There we go. Oh, look at this. This is what when you see that listeners respond to what you're talking about here. Terry McLaurin or Scotty doesn't know Miller.
Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry.
Greg Hammer, baby. Greg Hammer. And that's his real name. That's not his stage name.
That's awesome.
Cortland Sutton or Mike Williams?
Mike Williams.
Gallup, Fuller, or Hines?
Ooh, wow. What an awesome amount of upside. I'm going to go Gallup.
Gallup for me as well. TJ Hawkinson or Dallas Goddard?
Dallas Goddard.
See, I'm taking the Hawk.
Taking
Go
Hawk.
with the Hawk here.
That's a tough call.
Devontae Parker or Deontay Johnson?
Deontay Johnson.
David Montgomery, Jerry Jeudy, James White, Brandon Ayuk, or Josh Kelly?
Gonna go David Montgomery here, and I know last week I said I didn't like David Montgomery very much, and that's still true, but bases the New York Giants, like, you got to play him here.
There's no need to hate, Jen. We all love David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Even though Tariq Cohen just got like his big extension.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf or Corey Davis?
Yuck. I hate that you have to make this decision. I think you have to try Corey Davis this week.
Well, I'm out of principle going to say DK Metcalf. But Are you ready for this one here? You know what an anagram is, right, Jen?
I do.
Okay. So Corey Davis is an anagram for COVID's year.
I don't think Corey. Don't tell COVID. Don't tell Corey.
Did you guys
Davis
all
that.
just see her head just go?
Don't tell Corey Davis that. Poor Corey. He's had a tough time.
No. That's like it's the breakout season for Corey Davis because it's COVID's year.
All right. Okay. So we're spinning that positive.
No. I'm not spinning it positive. I'm saying that, you know what? I'm just going to kill
Nobody
myself
wants to be positive
before I do that.
Yeah.
I will slam my genitalia in a door before I will start Corey Davis.
I think Corey Davis is really good when he's targeted, and we saw that he was targeted last week for over 100 yards. So I hate it. There's no AJ Brown this week. I feel like we're going to see a little more Corey Davis, and I feel nervous about it too. I took a deep shot on him in Scott Fishbowl. I think I'm going to run him out this week.
I hope he gets 0 points.
Why?
Actually, you know what? I hope he fumbles the ball too. So maybe he gets like -1.
Wow. Why? We're not playing against each other in Scott Fishbowl. What's your problem?
I just can't stand Corey Davis. I think that the truthers who are out there have been like, it was the same thing. Devontae Parker for 5 years sucks, and he has one good year, and everybody starts overdrafting him. Corey Davis has been terrible his entire career in Tennessee. He's been horrible. And he has one, like every once in a while, you'll like flash a game a season. So he had 100 yards last week, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's this year's Devontae Parker. He's gonna be the man. He's gonna be great.
So,
phenomenal." He can suck
I would agree with you, except AJ Brown is out, and I feel like this is a situation where you have to play the odds, and the odds are he's gonna get targets.
Adam Humphries.
Okay. Adam Humphries
I'll be a stubborn mule on this one here.
All right,
I will be a stubborn mule.
It wouldn't be any fun if we didn't argue about something.
There are just certain players who like the truthers like freak out about, and it's like it doesn't work. Remember when Kristen Michael was supposed to be a thing?
I mean, I'm not a truther. I'm just saying this week. That's it. I'm not a huge Corey Davis truther. Please do not misunderstand. I definitely think people are overreacting. And earlier this week, before the AJ Brown news, I told people not even to start him. Now I've upgraded him.
$20 as we see Jen in a Corey Davis jersey next week. Carson Wentz or Drew Brees?
I'm going to go Drew Brees.
Zach Moss or Leonard Fournette?
Zach Moss.
What will be less disappointing this week? Kerryon Johnson or a microwaved hot dog?
I have no expectations for a microwaved hot dog, so I have to go with microwaved hot dog. I just set the bar low. It would be less disappointing.
Okay. DJ Moore or Paris Campbell?
Tough one. I might go Paris Campbell just this week only. That is not a season-long statement.
Tannehill or Brees?
Brees.
Need the upside here. Sterling Shepard or Robbie Anderson?
If you need upside, go Anderson.
Yep. Cam or Brady? Oh, we answered that one already. Sutton, Chark, Slayton, McLaurin. Pick 2.
Chark and McLaurin.
And I'm going to go Chark and Slayton. So All right, look at that. We answered all those over there. What about here over on this side? Well, we're whoa! I didn't realize the time. Would you look at that?
Time.
An hour just zips right by. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to get to some example lineups over at fantasyalarm.com. Jen's got to go set her lineups and make sure she's got Scotty doesn't
Corey
know
Davis
in every
and all
lineup
of them.
now. If you guys need questions still answered, go to the fantasyalarm.com/chat. Go right into the chat room. You got all the guys are there, and everybody's answering questions for you guys. I am. It's highly unlikely I will be able to answer Twitter, but we'll see. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. We'll have to wait and see. But go to fantasyalarm.com/chat, and also go to fantasyalarm.com/picks. Get into that free pick'em game that we've got over there. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss your chance of winning a free $200 gift card, right? Jen's going to buy some shoes with it if she wins.
That's right.
All right. Well, big thanks to our producer, Matt Sells. For Jen Piacenti, I'm Howard Bender. Thanks for watching the Fantasy Alarm Game Day live stream. We'll catch you next time.